think we're live. I think we're doing it. And I am here. I want to introduce Fly Anakin and a special guest I didn't know was coming until today, Quelle Chris, executive producer of Fly Anakin's newest album, The Forever Dream.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you guys for coming.
Thanks for having us.
How we feeling?
Feeling very cultural. I feel cultural.
Explain that. Expound on that. What does cultural mean?
Nah, I feel black and alive. That makes me feel cultural because I carry that on my shoulders and on my shoes, on my leg, on my back, on my arms, all over my body.
I saw you tweeted probably about a month before this album dropped that you were very anxious about it dropping. Mm-hmm. So I want to know, how were you in the days leading up to it, and then how did you feel once it dropped?
Well, I know my friends and my close loved ones is probably fed up hearing me talk about how anxious I was, because I was just like not really understanding where it would fit in today's time and music and stuff like that.
So you felt that more than normal with this one in particular?
Yeah, but I felt like this with several projects. And usually when I feel iffy like this, it goes well. So I tried to hold on to that feeling, but everything in my head was just like, this is not a good time. Or maybe this is the perfect time. But you don't know. I just kept telling myself, you don't know.
Then how'd you feel once the album dropped?
I feel like I had a kid. And now I feel normal again. So now I got to make a new thing that's going to make me feel the same way.
You had a kid, like we were talking about the male seahorses have kids?
Yep. Real seahorse, baby. You know what I mean? Got pregnant with an album.
So tell me about, so I was saying Quelle was the executive producer on it. This was the first, You guys worked together for a while, but this was the first full body of work you did together?
I'm not sure where the work for a while thing came from. I feel like something got lost in translation and shit. But
that was like 5 years, like the last 5 years.
We met and worked one time.
Yeah, we met. We flipped something up that never came out.
Yeah,
did it come out? Yeah,
nah, it didn't. Came out. Yeah, it's sitting in the computer right now.
And then it wasn't until we was together on the road with Liv and Ali. Yeah, Be Kool-Aid. That we really linked up, you know what I mean? We was out there in London and then linked up and kind of had like a Step Brothers moment, but like with music, where it was like, yo, did we just decide we're gonna make an album together? You know what I'm saying? And then we got back and we whipped that shit up. Yeah. But we did do like one night. We linked and did some joints, but we didn't make any music together.
Oh, really?
Up until we started working on this album again, which might have been damn near 5 years later or something like that. Yeah.
It was about 2019.
Yeah.
It was before the pandemic.
19 or 18, yeah.
I thought I saw maybe you guys like working since then, but I guess that must have been when you guys met.
Yeah, we met and we worked, and then we just didn't work and didn't meet again until London in 2023.
Didn't even talk to each other. I don't even know if I like none of this nigga's post.
No, you know what? I ain't gonna hold you. It was like right after we linked that time. Yeah. I feel like we had somewhat of a discussion about, because I sent you something that I recorded over. It was one of the beats you made, and you said something about EQ on my vocals or some shit like that. Or I told you like I gotta EQ my shit. I knew it sounded bad when I sent it to you, and then I seen you tweet something about niggas not knowing how to EQ their vocals.
Oh shit!
And I was like, damn, I wonder.
About you.
I ain't say you was, but I saw that and I was like, I need to work on mixing my vocals. But that's how far back that was. That was a long ass time ago. Like
that joint still need to come out. We gotta put it on the deluxe.
Yeah.
Is there a deluxe?
We working on it.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that. So how was it? How'd you find working together? Like, did it come naturally? Was it like totally different than your typical recording process? Like, did anything change in the making of this album from what you typically do?
No. I mean, the only difference was I definitely was not taking control as much as I would in my normal album making process. You know what I mean? Because he is the executive producer. I've never been executively produced before. So I was just like, all right.
Why are you laughing at that?
I've never been executively produced.
Because I'm just saying, like every album before this one, it was usually me that's doing the final touches of all the stuff. You know what I mean? It's like I'm usually like, I'm gonna put this here. Yeah, this sounds good, and I drop it. You know what I mean? It's been the Frank album. I did everything myself, not production wise, but as far as arranging and recording and sequencing shit like that, I did all that myself. And then I was like, I don't know if this is good or not. And then I took it to Gray Matter, and I was like, bro, make a track list for this joint. Yeah. And I let it go. Yeah. You know what I mean? But that's the furthest I've been to being executively produced or even being sequenced in a way, outside of doing like a couple collaborative projects like Seafood. You know what I mean? Like he definitely took the reins with a lot of that shit with Pinks, with the Fly Seafood stuff. But like when it comes to my shit, I always do it all myself. And I pride myself for doing most of the things myself because I feel like that's how you're supposed to do it. But working with this dude, it was like in that moment, I'm like, I know I can make a great album. I'm like, fuck that. It's like I want to have fun making the album. You know what I mean? Like usually I just wing it and just do whatever until I need to stop. But this nigga had an idea and a plan, and I was like, bro, let's just do something. He thought I said produce the whole thing. And I was like, no, I want you to executive produce it, like oversee this shit. And you know what I mean? And the nigga just hit me with the what was it? He was like, I'm just gonna bring you outfits. I'm gonna bring you pieces. You know what I mean? I'm gonna act as if I'm a stylist. And I'm gonna bring you this shit. You try it on. If you like it, you like it. You know what I mean? If you don't, fuck that shit. But we gonna try it on some clothes.
Yeah. And I was also like, and there might be an outfit that you like, man, this shit don't work. And I'm like, dog, come on, that shit look great. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it worked out that way.
Literally.
That's a good metaphor. I've never heard that one before.
Yeah. That's
styling. Yeah.
It was definitely like, because if you, it goes right back to like songs like You Got Me and even like the intro. You know what I mean? Even Teen Summit. It's like those songs, like the songs that he produced, it's like, it felt like we was just in there just throwing shit together, like literally pulling shit from anywhere, and just like,
let's put this
bam,
song.
Nigga, like, yo, maybe we should put some snaps. The snaps, you know what I mean? Like, it was just in there, just being kids, bro, like just making music. And I think that was the best part of the whole thing. Like, just, I didn't want to think too hard. I didn't want to have to care that much. I just wanted to pull up and be the rapper and then go home. You know what I mean? It's like, it's usually like my friends do it all too, just like me. Like, I never take the credit, but like, I usually record by myself. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I feel like more and more as time goes on, that's how people are doing it now.
Yeah, I record myself. I've been mixing my own stuff. I be producing my own stuff when I feel like it. You know what I mean? So I just been trying to break myself out of the do it yourself and just outsource this a little bit.
So Quelle, from your perspective, like, how was it just making this album? But also, you're a producer, but you weren't the producer, beat maker for this entire album.
I made sure I didn't make no beats on this.
Do you find it difficult to, like, do you want to have your hands on everything and be like totally producing the entire thing from like a beat making standpoint as well? Or,
I mean, look, I'm not lazy, but I do have ADHD like a motherfucker. So where I can pawn things off, you know what I mean? I don't mind. That's always great. And I'm big on collaboration. You know what I mean? Like I do. Like, I do still carry whatever, like that dog pound mentality or whatever. Like, where good ideas can come from, I'm never like, nah, it's all gotta be me. But I just, by nature would do it all gotta be me. But I found making this one smooth as hell. You know what I mean? And it was beautiful. And I've always wanted to executive produce, kind of done it in different ways at different points, but never like officially. Frank done let me do it officially for the first time. And it was the perfect place to start with it because the push and pull was excellent. You know what I mean? Like where I would present something, because there was a couple joints that Frank was like, nah, ain't no way. You know what I mean? And I could tell when I knew there was like absolutely no way. Like there was some that from the jump that I was like, there's something that I kept bringing up throughout the whole process, and Frank would be like, still no.
I know
but there was some that I brought up at the beginning that Frank was like, nah. And then like a month or two later, he was like, it hit me. I get what you saw. You know what I mean? And every idea worked out perfect. And the ones that didn't work out perfect, we didn't do. You know what I'm saying? We only approached what felt absolutely right. You know what I mean? And when it felt right. And we allowed ourselves that time. Like, it was like he said, it was a beautiful time. Like we was in the basement, like we was You know what I mean?
Man,
like
he was like, we were 13.
13, dog. We was 13. We was in there freestyling. I was like, nigga, I haven't freestyled in so long. Like, why are we freestyling?
Yeah, and I ain't gonna hold you. It's like just feeling the energy, bro. It's like that's why nigga pulled that phone out and kept you doing them voice memos. That's why the skits is niggas freestyling and shit. Like, so you can hear how the energy was in the room. We was really just enjoying each other's company and enjoying music. You know what I mean? Like, just becoming fans of this shit all over again. Like, at least in my opinion. Like, it's a lot of shit that I learned about. I ain't gonna bring up the LL Cool J story, but shout out LL Cool J. You know what I mean?
What's the LL Cool J story? I'm gonna force you to bring it up.
I was talking crazy about LL Cool J. He didn't deserve it. Shout out to the legend. You know, I'm a honest nigga, right?
Excuse me.
When I'm in my comfortable zone, I say some outrageous shit.
We all do from time to time.
But I'm saying I say outrageous shit. Like, if I love you and I trust you, I'm gonna let you hear all my intrusive thoughts. Essentially, like, there's some shit I keep, but a lot of that shit I just be letting it out. And I was just in there kicking it. I'm like, this nigga's not that hard. But then this nigga was like, no, bro, you ever seen Crush Groove? What was it? Crush Groove of B Street?
Yeah, nah, Crush Groove. But look, he brought up right?
Shout out LL Cool J, man. Ladies love Cool James.
He brought up LL and like was clowning, which was like, and
that's what niggas do.
Again, look, I'll say even to L, if LL is watching this.
He's definitely watching.
Cool James is watching this,
Mr. Like, Cool James. Look, I have nothing but respect for you.
I will crack some jokes at the behalf of Deepest Bluest. I'll crack some jokes. You know what I mean? Like, I'll crack some jokes, but he was cracking jokes, and I knew it was coming from a place of like, oh shit, you don't know how cold this motherfucker really is, because you know, like. Depending, you might know in the house, you might know the whatever.
But look, I was making fun of his rap hands.
We was making fun of this.
The rap hands. I
mean, everything from back then. I thought now, that shit
like, was hilarious. Look, but we went back. Look, we went back and watched like 16, 15-year-old whatever LL come out and doing like the gymnasium shows.
Yeah.
The energy, dog. And then
it was cool.
And then we went through, you know. Mama said knock you out. We went through, you know, we went from there all the way up to there. That nigga's crazy. And we were just talking about this, and he had just did what is it, Coachella or something?
I think so.
Man, come on, dog. Did you see the clips of that shit?
Of LL doing Coachella?
Yeah.
No. This year?
I don't know. I don't remember.
He did Mama Say Knock You Out with the choir like it came out, and look, dog, the motherfuckers fit as hell. Like, I would not rap after
he's still fit as hell.
Dog.
To this day, he's fit as hell.
Precise and concise. So like, all jokes aside, yeah, we had to have a serious LL mode.
And I bring it up because like it was me making jokes out of an ignorant place. And when you are comfortable enough to be ignorant amongst people, sometimes they enlighten you. Yeah. You know what I mean? Sometimes they'll put you down like, nigga, you stupid, you wrong. I wasn't there, dog.
Yeah, right.
I wasn't there.
Yeah, I think we're the same age. I'm 31.
I'm born 94.
Yeah, I'm 93. Yeah, so we're about the same age. So yeah, I wasn't there.
It's like, I was there, you know what I mean? Like, all right, if I keep it a buck, my favorite LL Cool J is doing it well, and fucking Love You Better. And fucking Who Shot You? Mm-hmm. Is that the genre? I think
Who Shot You is universal favorite.
Yeah, like I fuck with the good LL. Man. I ain't gonna
like
play with
that's
L.
what I'm saying. He wasn't clowning them.
Yeah, I ain't gonna play with L. It was just the part where this nigga was.
Yeah. And you know,
that was cool back in the day.
I think low key that night, because that might have been like one of the first couple nights we was kicking it there, right?
Definitely like the first.
That set the tone for the album.
That set the tone. Look, that LL night, because we went through all the LL set the tone.
Yeah, we watched Crush Groove, and then I realized that all them niggas was in the same movie. Like, I was like, oh, like, it's some shit I missed. But the beauty of that joint, it turned into a good song. Like, we made this song called You Got Me. And on the beginning, I'm like, yo, Cornell, like, come out here. Yeah. The nigga LL, we was watching one of them videos. What was it? The gymnasium shit, right? It was one of his like first shows. Nigga was like, Cornell. It was calling for some nigga named Cornell. And I was like, who the fuck is Cornell? And out of the inspiration and the motivation, the way it just happened, I put that shit at the beginning of the song. Like, yo, Cornell, we need you to come out here.
I think LL needs like a thank you on the credits or something. He needs something.
Yeah. We already too late for the credits, but thank you, L. Which camera we at? Which camera?
That's your camera right there.
Thank you, my nigga. You the GOAT. You know what I mean? Literally, you said it first. You the GOAT, my nigga. Respect.
Yeah.
We fuck with that last single you put out too, man. Me and Silk was jamming that joint.
Yeah, that shit.
Who was on it? Was it him and Rick Ross?
Yeah, it was some shit.
Yeah.
There was
respect.
a couple ones off of that joint that was crazy, though.
I ain't listened to the whole thing.
I didn't really listen to it either. I might have to now. I think I'm obligated to after this conversation.
Yeah, I shouldn't have brought it up, but yeah, I was talking crazy about it. You know what I mean? Love.
All right. Love to LL Cool J.
Cool James.
Back to the album, which is why we're all here.
Oh yeah. Things like that.
I saw you say a few times this is like a new era for you, or at least I saw it probably rewritten 1,000 times. You said this is a new era for you.
It really is.
What does that? How do you define this era of Fly Anakin, of Frank?
So there's no more dead weight. That's number one. 2, I don't give a fuck no more. I'm just enjoying myself and making whatever I feel is cool. At one point in time, I took this shit a little too serious, and I don't think, you know what I mean? I'm reverting back to what it was when I first started making music and just doing what makes me feel good.
How think you've been doing it for a while now, like over a decade at this point?
Definitely.
Right?
I started rapping when I was in 8th grade, like recording consistently. That was 2008.
How have things changed from like early to now in terms of recording process, just your view of making music in general, the industry, like whatever it is, just now versus then?
Like I said, I think at one point in my life, I just took things a little more serious than I needed to. And I was just kind of just like, just peeling off them layers that I put on myself throughout the years, just telling myself I couldn't do certain things and boxing myself and even allowing other people to box me in too. So I think just over the years, bro, it's like I used to do certain things just out of rebellion. Like I would say fuck structure, fuck music structure, and fuck bridges and hooks because I think it's cool to be rebellious. And now I'm just like, I want to feel fulfilled. So that means like I usually I try to write second verses and shit a little more often now. I make the beat myself now and try to like produce my friends and shit like that. Like now I'm just trying to like build on what my skill set is and just get better at the shit that I'm doing already. You know what I mean? So when I do revert back and do it for myself, I go stupid, you know?
I have to say it's crazy, just as a side note, that we're saying you got to push yourself to do the second verse. We used to be getting 3 verses. Now people get one verse and they're out of there.
Cause man, nobody gives a fuck no more. And trust me, they probably do. It's probably I'm not speaking for people like myself. It's like me, my attention span is based off of how good that shit is. Like if it's flame, I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna listen to it. I'm gonna respect it. But if it's not, I'm not gonna listen to it more than one time. I might not finish that first listen. It might be a half listen. So I don't know. I feel like just all in all, like it's all about that quality. If it's fire, it's fire. If it's not, I'm gonna tell you. If I don't like it, I'm not gonna put it out. Yeah. I forgot the question. I ain't gonna lie.
I forget it too, honestly, at this point.
I fucks with you. I fucks with you.
How'd you guys come up with the title?
That nigga did that.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was me. Well, you know, it was I keep this list sometimes. Not sometimes, all the time, but I add to the list sometimes. With just phrases that I really think kind of like hit me hard, you know. And sometimes they could be like inspirations for songs. If I hear a beat and I'm trying to figure out where I want to go with it, I'll check that list sometimes. And I think like right before Frank had showed up or something, Forever Dream had, you know what I mean, hit me. And then I held on to it until like the time was right to bring it up. Mm-hmm. And there was a few that I was thinking as we were going, but when, you know, we kept bringing up like we need to come up with a title once we and we were writing things down and stuff. And I forgot about it. And then at whatever point, I don't remember. I'm just like, memory questions are the worst for me. But like at some point, I brought it to Frank and was like,
I remember.
Yeah, I was like, you know what I mean?
I still remember the day.
Yeah.
Because I told Silk, I was like, yo, Quelle said the album should be called Forever Dream. He was like, that shit sound like a DMX album. And I was like, damn, maybe that's a good sign. It sounds legendary.
That's a good thing. Yeah.
So at some point, it like, you know what I mean, it popped back in my head. And I brought it to Frank. And yeah, I don't know. I feel like, you know what I mean, it was like, It just was in agreement. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but
I couldn't think of nothing better.
Yeah,
and that was my leg. It's like if I can't think of nothing better, then I'm broke. Fuck it, it's over with. But it also makes sense beside all those songs. And then once we had to like go and title everything, and I heard the joint Chris made, Chris was just like, damn, I guess this shit do make sense.
Yeah, I think what made it come back into my head when we was making the album, when I think we were like good in the thick of it, maybe in like the third, fourth of it. You know what I'm saying? And I think by that point, Frank had done so many songs that were like about old homies, about old loves, about the future him, about the current him. And it all kind of seemed to like fit this idea of like all the things that Frank was, all the things that he thought he would be, all the things he is now, and all the things he looks to be, all kind of fit into that idea of like, this is like, you know, the forever dream. And now I felt like, then it just kind of fits for anybody. Because I like when things aren't just...
It's universal.
It's like universal, you know what I mean? Like, you know, this is... I think everybody wants to go through that growth and also, you know, cherish the good moments, let go of the bad moments. Because, you know what I mean, there's shit on the album about Frank cutting motherfuckers off. Like, no, we're not ever talking again. So, you know what I mean? But I think it's all part of cultivating that dream that you have, you know what I mean, and tending to that garden of that dream, you know what I'm saying, until the day you die, technically.
Yeah, and that's why I feel like this album's like, it's just fully actualized, like just to imagine yourself fully actualized, like not necessarily complete, but like finally at that stage that you want to be at, or that you saw yourself at in that one time in that dream.
Do you feel like that?
Yeah.
In your real life?
Honestly, yeah. It took me going to the gym to feel that way about myself.
I've had a few. You know what's funny? You're like the third person I've had in who brought up like exercising as like life changing for them recently. Cause
before that I was like in a weird funk, like mentally, like, and I wouldn't even admit it, but I know like after the fact, like it was a weird weight off of my shoulders.
Interesting. I'm the opposite. I actually used to be a certified personal trainer back in my day.
Damn.
And then now I'm just a workaholic and I can hardly get my ass in the gym. So I'm like reverting back to
like that.
So I got to get back in there. So maybe it'll inspire me.
It's like my first time really trying to like get up and get active was probably like 2019. Before I moved from Richmond, I used to go and work out with Kahuna all the time. And then COVID happened, and I told myself it was unsafe to go to the gym because I was going to get sick or something. So I just didn't go to the gym for like 2 years. And then I started noticing things about myself. I shot a video for this song called Sean Price. And every time I go back to it, I'm just reminded that I had titties in that junk. And
but you and I, we were saying you're the same age. Like we're starting to get where like it catches up. The age is starting to catch up.
Now is when it probably matters the most.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like I saw that video and it reminded me that I'm like, fuck, I kind of want to work on myself. And then after I got into a mode of just doing that shit all the time, I kind of just tricked myself into just being disciplined enough to do it fucking all the time. So now instead of me just waking up and smoking weed and playing the game until I get inspired enough to make a song, I wake up, work out, and then smoke weed, and then play the game, and then try to make a song. You know what I mean?
You're not doing the Wiz Khalifa and smoking weed before you hit the gym?
I know
both. He does that. You do that?
I wake up, smoke.
I feel like that. I don't think I could do that.
I'm going to be honest with y'all, bro. It's like, I wake up, I probably smoke whatever was left from the night before. It's like a little clip usually. I'll smoke that. And then I'll take a piss, wash my face, brush my teeth, roll another one, smoke that, then get ready to go to the gym. And then I'll roll it up again and take that one with me to the gym.
How many hours have gone by by the time we got to the gym?
Probably like an hour and a half. But so by the time we get to the parking garage, I'll light up, smoke about half of that motherfucker between me and my girl. Then go in there, high and pre-worked out because it make your heart rate go up a little bit.
Yeah.
So you go in there, bust it out, go crazy, and then come out, smoke as soon as you get back in the car. And then I pull off, go get food, or not get food, depending on how I feel. Get a smoothie maybe, hit the crib, roll up again, smoke. And then probably like 3 more after that within maybe a 2-3 hour span. But I smoke a lot. That's the only reason I'm saying that. That's the only reason I wanted to say that. Cause like,
Long story short, I smoke a lot.
I smoke a lot. Like, it's just a part of my life. I don't even think about it no more. It's just literally just a part of me.
I actually want to quickly, before I ask a couple other questions, go back to the album title. What's the parentheses for?
Because it could be the or just your forever dream. That's what my reason is for. It's like, it wasn't necessarily like, it didn't have to be there.
Yeah, but it seemed very intentional. So
yeah, that's for me.
Interesting.
It was a personal little stylization thing. I don't know if Q noticed it or not, but yeah.
It's the first word, so
it's just like to some degrees it'd be like the forever dream. It's like, and every time I saw it and heard it like that, I'm just like, it could easily just be forever dream. But something was just wrong with just forever dream by itself. So I just wanted to keep the, but I wanted to separate it.
It's up for interpretation.
Yeah.
Whatever the listener wants it to be.
Literally, yeah. It's either your forever dream or the forever dream or my forever dream. We don't fucking know. It's either way.
Yeah.
It's in parentheses because it's forever.
Quelle kind of mentioned earlier you making music about like cutting people off. I think he mentioned at one point.
The Times is about cutting niggas off.
Yeah. And then one of my other favorite songs, which is kind of similar, just the title, I told you before we started recording, is Lord Forgives, I Hold Grudges.
Yes.
Is that true to real life? Are you someone who holds grudges?
Oh, God. It depends on how deep that shit is, but yeah, I'm not just in the business of letting people that cut me once cut me a second time. I learned from that mistake before, and in this game, people are like people's opinions and their expectations of you and the things that they want you to make. Sometimes it include people that you no longer associate with. And yeah, it's like sometimes you gotta draw your line in the sand and say fuck them niggas, essentially.
Italians hold grudges, so I'm very familiar with having that happening in life. Italians are big, hold grudges for years.
You gotta get this album out to the Italian community.
Yeah, they'll fuck with this heavy. My family would probably fuck with this heavy. They'll relate to it pretty hard.
But it's like in the most positive way I can put it, bro. It's like, it depends on the level of betrayal or whatever you did. Because if it ain't that serious, it could be fixed. But if it's serious enough to me, we will never be friends again.
Do you find that you're saying this is like a personal life thing, or do you find that within music?
It's both
happening.
Music is my personal life.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Yeah, that makes sense.
So I'm not fucking with nobody. I don't fuck with in my personal life.
Different question. How do you guys feel if people call you underground?
I'm over it at this point. I don't think I'm underground no more.
I feel like people both refer to you as like underground. Every time I read about you, it's underground this, underground that.
I'm just not as big as I could be, but I don't think I'm underground.
Mm-hmm.
What do you feel about that?
I think it's a glass ceiling statement, because I think underground started as kind of a separation between like commercial and not commercial. Ultimately,
yeah,
right. So it was at a point a movement that was separative. I think over time and where we're at now, you know what I mean, where Sans name dropping, I know my music is played in all the rooms that anybody else's music is played in. You know what I'm saying? I know my music be played in the studios with the motherfuckers that everybody wouldn't ever picture me, you know what I mean, in the room with. Mm-hmm. So I think, on this side of the fence, I think the degrees of separation between what is underground and what isn't underground, or what is mainstream and what's not mainstream, on a personal level or on like a professional level, but then also just on like a release level, and how everybody's music is on Spotify.
Mm-hmm. Right, yeah.
My music is on the same, you know what I mean? It's not like back in the day, like,
it was actually underground.
It's not like MTV or something where like MTV was only playing like these joints, but then these joints are the shit right, because you fuck with the underground. Yeah. Now everybody shits on MTV.
Yeah.
So in my mind, there's no difference between, as fantastical as the statement can be, like there's no difference between me and a Beyonce. So I'm just in that context of being like, I could reach the same people she could reach now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm in no way as big as, but the playing field is different. Yeah. So I think underground, sometimes in the modern sense, I don't think people intentionally use it that way, but I think it kind of limits what you can reach. When nowadays we all can reach the same people.
And on top of that, it's like 3 different undergrounds. If you ask,
I was about to say that there's like people define it differently. Like underground is like the new rage shit, but then like
7 different.
Like people like you guys and like Pink Seafood and like that sound. People just define that sound as like underground.
I've seen people call G Herbo and shit. You know what I mean? Or like
they call him underground.
Yeah.
It's true. People have all different definitions.
That's why honestly I can't stand on being underground no more, because I literally this is my second studio album. I'm not making shit in my bedroom anymore. Like I literally don't make music in my room no more. And I feel like if you making music in your bedroom and or not being like, if you're not like fully like established and shit, like of course you can consider yourself underground because you're still figuring that shit out. But I don't think I'm in a place where I'm aspiring or figuring shit out. I'm literally just making music.
Right.
Yeah.
So I refuse to say a nigga tell me is
and plus
I'm
I think the mentality
I don't think that's what it is.
The mentality of like backpack rappers and shit is a different thing now. And to be honest, all the people that was a lot of the people that was doing backpack then wanted the notoriety that the big people wanted. That's why, post like crossover type shit. That's why all of them ended up trying to get as big as they possibly could. Yeah. So the other thing is like, I don't think the buck the system thing is the same, at least for me. Cause I want that whatever. I want that.
Nigga, you Grammy-nominated.
Yeah, sure, you're Grammy-nominated.
I want that over the whatever money. True. You know what I'm saying?
You can never say you underground.
Yeah, I don't want underground money, man. I want an overground house. I want an overground pool. I want an overground car. You know what I'm saying?
Tennis court, basketball court, all that shit.
Stop trying to pocket me. Like, let me get that big shit, though.
Yeah, that's such a good point. He has a Grammy and people say he's underground. Yeah.
Oh God, it's like
I don't have a Grammy.
Yeah, but this is my thing. It's like you can't call niggas underground. You can't call niggas underrated. I'm not hearing none of that shit. We are incredible. It's just certain shit that ain't happened yet. It's gonna take a little longer because we not doing the same shit that these niggas is willing to do. It's a lot of shit we say no to.
And I also agree. Like, it's not cool to say you don't want, like what you were saying, like all the success and like to get in all these other rooms. Like, it's not cool to just reject everything. I know sometimes we were saying when you're younger, it's cool to just say,
you just fuck
this, fuck that, and rebel just to rebel. When you get older, you realize like it's not necessarily cool just to say fuck that just to say it. Yeah.
Kids just get a rise out of being different and shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
When you're a kid, I guess people like to say like, I'm underground. But as you get older, I guess your perspective
like
changes.
Tyler, the Creator trajectory.
He's my favorite. That's my favorite
but I'm
artist
saying,
of all
like,
time.
personality wise, like we were all like him at some point. It's like everybody was just fucking stupid and reckless, and now you just grow up and you get a little more sophisticated with your shit.
Are you a big Tyler fan?
I'm not a big Tyler fan, but I got a lot of respect for him.
Yeah, so like I said, he's my favorite, and that's like, I agree with you because he's just a little older than us. So he hit me at the right time where like when he was really rebellious, like I felt really rebellious. As he started to mature, like I feel like I was starting to mature. I feel like the timeline of his discography like matches my life and like my adulthood.
That's an artist that we grew with. You know what I mean? Same as Kendrick, same as even fucking Drake and Cole and even him, even myself. A lot of us, like, we just grew and figured this shit out, and then it's just kind of just got a little more official as the years went by. You know what I mean? So I can't let nobody call me underground. I refuse. I ain't fucking underground. I'm just not that known yet.
Last thing before we wrap this up, I want to ask briefly about Mutant Academy. We were talking about it in the other video, but I want to touch on that because the album you guys dropped last year, Keep Holly Alive, was very good. I really liked that. We were saying, we also mentioned, I don't know if it was on the video, but Henny's new album was great too.
Yes. Shout out Henny Low.
Amazing.
Yeah, I love that album. I was tweeting about that album as soon as it dropped. I was like, this one's
the coldest season ever. Henny Low, E1. Shout out my brothers.
On the song Puerto Rican Day Parade?
Yeah,
that's my favorite song on that project. I like that one a lot.
Thank you, for real. Hell yeah, man. Shout out my brothers. We've been I don't even know if you finished your question or not. Was that the end of it?
Just talk about it. I don't know. Just hype up the crew.
So,
or were we saying it was a cult earlier too? So we could redefine it as a cult.
We've decided today that Mutant Academy is no longer a cult. I mean, a collective group. Whatever the fuck. It's not even a record label no more. We are a cult, and we are coming for your souls.
I'm coming for your children.
We coming for your souls from your TV through your laptops and your tablets and your cell phones. Just don't protect yourself. It's something that you need in your life, honestly. But Yes, Mutant Academy is a group that I belong to, that I'm in, and I bleed. It's tattooed on my skin. All those brothers mean the world to me individually and as a group. And it's what, fucking 3 rappers and 7 producers. You know what I mean? We've been like a thing since 2011, 2012 or some shit like that. And it's what I bleed, bro.
That's probably nice being a rapper than having all those producers to pull from that's in your crew.
You know, beyond the having that, it's like I always have like a sense of home within music too.
Is everyone from Richmond in the group?
No, but a good majority of them are.
Mm-hmm.
And the other ones, I met them niggas on SoundCloud. And
Gotcha.
that's why I keep saying that there's multiple fucking undergrounds. And the underground that I belong to, that I come apart, like I came from, that I grew up out of, came from fucking SoundCloud. Not with the Uzi in them, but with Foisey, Obliv, Quelle Chris, motherfucking DiBiase, fucking even Raj G was on there. You know what I mean? It's a whole different realm of fucking ancestors that we have, and it's a lot of different people that we really want to see on top that was never able to get what we feel as if they deserve. So yeah, Mutant Academy is a product of that.
All right.
The shit that niggas want to forget that they'll never be able to forget.
Never. All right. Thank you guys for coming. I really appreciate that mic. I was worried about your mic stand. I'm surprised you made it as far as you
Yeah,
did.
right.
Yeah, I was looking at it, waiting for that to happen. I couldn't believe it didn't happen, so I'm proud we made it to the end before that happened.
What the fuck?
I knew I was worried about that one.
You want this one?
No, I'm gonna keep doing
We're
this.
wrapping it up. We're wrapping it up.
Get this right.
Yeah,
There we go.
get it right. There we go.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
talk that
There you
bitch.
All right. Thank you, Fly Anakin. Thank you, Quelle Chris. Go check out their newest album, The Forever Dream, with the parentheses around the
Forever Dreams.
Be whatever you want, however you interpret it.
Mhm.
I'm going to go see you guys at Rough Trade. You're going to be there too?
I'm gonna be there.
All right. This
He
won't be
better
out
be
by
there.
then, but I'm going to have seen it. Had a great time. So if you missed it, that's too bad for you. Are the vinyls still going to be available?
I hope so. They should be. I think they changed the release date to. Do you remember? It was like the end of something.
I'll
But
put that in the description.
Don't even
Get the vinyl.
Don't need-
just get the pre-order.
Go get it.
I promise you. Trust us. It's gonna get to you at
Go
a decent
get it.
time.
They already selling out.
They already selling out.
I'm getting
We did the in-store in Richmond. Every copy we had is gone. New York, bottom fucking copies. That's the only place you can get them is the in-store right now.
All right.
Yeah.
Fly Anakin Quelle Chris, thank you.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. You gotta edit that.
Yeah, geez. No, I'm leaving that in. Authentic, baby. Authenticity.
We actually got love for him, man. Shout out Don Chenz, man. Well, fuck y'all. Everybody else, we don't really care about you.